So I'm saying hello again. We say in Mayan language, we say Maltiosh, which is thank you. The same like you say namaste. We can talk now. I want to ask how many minutes I have, more or less, like maybe 20 minutes.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. So to start with Mayan cultures, we have to talk about like America in general. America is source of very old indigenous cultures, which by archaeological sites, it's two like levels. It's pre-classic, classic, and post-classic time. Which pre-classics, it's 1,500 before Christ. Classic, it's 0 to 700 or 800, and then it's classic, which is from like 800, 900 till 1,500 after Christ. So this is like conventional archaeology, but archaeologic finds showed that this culture is much more ancient. There are some found archaeological sites that we can talk that the culture is at least 5,000 years before Christ, and some of them even more. So Mayans, they have very old mythology. How they appear in America? They come from the gods. They believe that the gods create them, and this story about creation of Mayan civilization you can find in a secret book. The name is Popol Vuh. Yes, and the Popol Vuh, no, it's a sacred book of mythology, Mayan mythology, which was found in 17th century in a sanctuary, which is like backside of the altar in Chichicastenango, Guatemala, in Guatemala state, where actually it was written in 17th century and found like in 19th century, and some Catholic priest or maybe evangelic priest, I don't know which church was there, he wrote from Indians their stories. So like this, they save their mythology, because in some locations there was no more like Mayan mythology. And in this mythology, which was found in 19th century, which is very ancient, you found that the Mayan civilization and or creation went through like 4 till 5 phases of creation and destructions. In according to many thousand years, we are talking about approximately each etap 5,200 years, which together makes the precision of axis of the Earth. The Earth is turning, but the axis also have 25,000 years period in its axis. So they are talking about for creations, when the gods came to the space, they create the universe. They decided that they want to create some beings. They adore them and they give them power, and also they appreciate the creation of the universe, because they feel alone in the universe. So they created several types of humans, and because for example, they created humans from the mud, but there was no reaction. They created humans from the wood. There was also no like reactions. And then they create persons. They've been like monkeys, but then there was no also reaction to gods. And then last phases of creation to the earth came 4 gods: Balam Kitse, Balamakap, Mahkutach, Kibalam. And these 4 gods are protectors of 4 elements. 4 directions. These gods are protectors of the time and space in every level. So these gods decided they will take the secret plant, they will make secret plant, and from the when you make the bread, when you make chapati, you make with flour and water together, and you make this, and you put on the fire. So they made from this element, like when you bake some cookie, they make like bread, but corn persons, and they supple life on it. And this such this they create all the humanity, and this is according to Guatemala and tribe Quiche, Rainalep, Cachiquel, Mam, and other tribes in Guatemala. This is according to, and it's very, very spread to Yucatan too. Okay, so the roots of the Mayan civilizations, they believe they are in the gods. They have like direct lineage to the gods. It's okay like this. So Surendra, can I continue or you need to translate?
Go ahead, you continue. Nobody is there to translate. Just go ahead.
Okay. So when there was a creation of the humans ready. There's already exists more beings in the space, and there are many. There are like 2 basic types of Mayan cultures. One of them is Guatemala, which is south of Mexico. The Guatemalan Mayans have a slightly different culture, different shapes of pyramids, different little bit shapes of designs. And then you have northern Mayans, which are located to Mexico and the state Yucatan, Quintana Roo, and maybe some parts of Tabasco, but not much because Tabasco, it's Olmec culture. And Olmec culture is very, very ancient too. If we speak about time, the Olmecs were one of the first they habitate Mexico, and there are some proofs their connection with Africa and Mongolia. Yes, so there was a huge moving of the nations in ancient times, and also merging with locals, and as believe Mayans also merging with the gods. Yes, they believe that the gods make some genetic experiment, or they merge together with humans, and they make like a special race, which was the race of the kings, royal families in Mayan. This is why they had longer skull. In some places, you can find that they have longer skull, and this phenomena you can find in Egypt. Maybe you can find it in Sumer tradition. You can find it in maybe Egypt tradition, and you can find it maybe in old Vedic tradition too. I believe that old Vedic tradition, which is one of the most ancient on the world, it's also connected with the gods, and very interesting that the gods sometimes they match together with people. Yes, so Guatemala, they have special thing, because I was connected with priests. I was studying with priest family. I received my position in priest company in Mexico, in Guatemala, and they told me that they have written like names of family back to the years till you get these gods. It's very interesting. Some royal families they really get they have this list of the names, and they are connected to certain gods. So it's very interesting. It's many opinions about this, and there's from most like fantastic opinions to like very, very grounded opinions. Yeah. So let's say the Mayan civilization came when Spanish conquerors, they met first time Mayan civilization. When they came there, they asked them, "What's your name? What is your name?" But they don't speak Mayan language. They say Mayuk. Nerozumíme. You don't understand. Mayuk. We don't understand. So they call these people Mayans. Yes. It's one of the opinions why Maya call Maya. Yes. But name Maya before was not for these people. Before Spanish people came. Yes, it's very interesting. And also they call them maybe because the mountains Mayapan, because maybe you told me that recording stop if you want to record again. So the name of the Mayan civilization is not Mayan exactly. Actually, they have different names. Yes, and the names are by tribes. Yeah. So, for example, you have Yucateco tribe, you have Quiche tribe, you have Mam tribe, you have Kakchikel tribe, yes? But Maya was not before Spanish. It's the same like with Slavic people. We are Slavic people, yes, from Czech Republic, Poland, Ukraine, but we are originally not Slavic. Yes, we are Moravians, we are Harvati, we are Čechové, we are Doudlebané, we are different tribes. And this name we receive because came Christianity and they give some names, yes, like to put it in some frame, conceptual frame, spiritual frame. So it's the same with the Mayans. So there are tribes, they are sharing the same culture, yeah, very similar culture. Okay, so if you hear about Mayan civilization, Mayan culture, you will hear about their ceremonies, and you will hear about calendars. Yes. In ancient times, several thousand years ago, Mayans, from the very small houses, there was like a revolution, and in few hundred years, they are building huge pyramids. They are building pyramids and huge cities. They are impossible to build today. Yeah, there is not so much techniques, not so much machinery we might make it. Even if you look to Peru, it's also like impossible to make it by technology we have today. It's impossible. Yes. So there is many secrets, and also the Mayans, they built pyramids. They are something like a star maps, star reflections. Hello. I see some children over there, some girl. I say hello. So they orientate everything to the stars. Yeah. So they have, we can say theologically, they have very strong connection with and somebody asking, yes, that's it. So they have already built culture, which is amazing. Today, unbelievable knowledge. They controlled in ancient times 18 calendars. Some of the calendars are from star constellations around Sirius. So very far star systems. And why they have these calendars? You can ask me. I will tell you. Nobody knows exactly. There is book written by this man. You can see it. It's Carlos Barrios. Yes, Carlos Barrios. You can see here. And this is very good writer. He wrote book about ancient Mayans and Mayan calendar, and he is uncovering, because Don Isidro, one elder, he was sharing with him, and Carlos Barrios was studying with my teacher in Chichicastenango, Guatemala. So these people are very inside these secrets, and these days not much people control calendars of very far star constellations. today they use basic calendars. They reflect not just the movements of the Earth, yes, of the Moon, of the Sun. They also reflect energetic and spiritual waves that are going through the universe, yes. And these special waves are integrated to the sacred calendar, which is working in a combination with Earth movement calendar. So this is very, very interesting. I will try to show you how it is. So Mayans, in general, they control very precise calculating of the time levels, and they are able to calculate prophecies like thousands and thousands years in front or back, thanks to this calendar. So, for example, nobody asked me how they found their system. They believe they received this from the gods, and there is many opinions, and also I received many proofs that there is probably some connection, ancient connection with some extraterrestrial culture which came, and they shared some knowledge together. Yeah. So it's really like a question of the investigation, to find some proofs. But we found many proofs that there was somebody maybe from the sky came, and if it was the gods, or if it was some beings from very high level of knowledge, we don't know. But for example, today is this day. Yes, this is the sign we have today. Right. This is the sign, the Earth calendar we have today. Yes, which is Shul. It's 15 Shul, and this is the sign from magic calendar, like the energetic calendar, which is today, which is 8 Noch. Yes, in Yucateco language, it's Caban. Yes, you can see this Caban. Yeah, Caban is a language from Yucatan, and Noch, it's a language from the place I study, which is South Mayan. So you can see that today, for every day, they have special energies, special sign, and from this they can predict. They can predict what is happening in the space. I will try to show you the system of the calendar of how it works. And I will tell you a little bit about that. Yes, definitely. Okay. This you can see are 3 rings. They are measuring time levels. Yes. So the month Shul is the very huge one, which is on the bottom. This is a very big ring, which has 360 points. Yeah, which is 18 by 20. 18 months and 20 days, and then it's coming also 19 months with 5 days. And this is I will explain you. For measuring of the time on the Earth, you use 5 days more. For calculating universal energies, which are coming in time level in 1,000 years, you use the 360 one. Yeah, and then you have this little smaller, which is little smaller is. So this is hub, calendar hub. The smaller one is Tzolkin or Cholkich. In South Mayan, Cholkich. North Mayan, Tzolkin, which has 20 signs. Yes, and these signs we can see like it's like 20 signs by 13 numbers, combination. So 20 signs is for them gods. These 20 signs are not connected to the mechanism of the solar system. They are connected to the mechanism of sacred geometry in the universe. So, for example, if you calculate 13 by 20, yeah, you will have 260, which is exactly 9 months, which is cycle of reborn the child in the belly of the mother. It's exactly these calculations. Yes, by these calculations, we can, for example, see when was your child made? Yeah, when the sperm and egg went together and made a new life. What energy was in the beginning of your life or your child, for example. You can calculate with this calendar. But you can calculate with this calendar by combination, but solar calendar, because this is more like, let's say, energetic calendar, energetic sign. They say Nawal. This is like energetic being. It's like God, which is ruling about some principles. More this big one. It's the hub. It's more about earth energies. Yes, very grounded, very practical. Counting the days, like July, March. We have 24 July. And the small one cycle, yes, it's 13 stones. This is Tun calendar, yes. And Tun, it's about 13 numbers, which you can find in alchemy and sacred geometry. 13 numbers are not just numbers for them. 13 numbers are tones, are principles in the universe. As you, from the creation, from emptiness, there is nothing, just unity and light, which is number one. There is emptiness, which is without any movement, which is zero. It's like emptiness, darkness, but full of non-projected life. I will try to find a word. Not demonstrated yet. Yes, without form. The unity on number one, it's already like the God, like Brahma. Yes, it's a unity, everything together. Yes, and then they are separating to duality. It's true. To flow, to energetic flow. Energy is three, because between like batteries is energy. Then it's for dimensions. Yes, for elements. Yes, you build intentions. 5 intention energy. 6 is flow of the time. 7 it's the mirror between time, space, spirit, and the matter world, like 3D-dimensional world. It's 7. It's balance. It's like reflection. 8 number is justice. Yes, it's the same like up here, down 2. It's a reflection of the universe, which is what is up. This is also down, which you can also find this principle in Hermes Trismegistus Smaragd desk from Egypt. Yes, this principle is there. It's one of the most basic esoteric hermetic principles. Yes, the reflection of the universe, like microcosmos, macrocosmos reflection. And then we have number 9, which is a vibration of patience, because when you want to finish some intention, you will have to work hard, and then you have to be very, very precise on the end, and then you can pass it through universe. So then there is many meanings. You can go till like from 10 to 13. These 4 numbers are for manifestation of matter, manifestation of the intention in the 3-dimensional world for them. Yeah. So from 10 till 13, these numbers are meaning projecting to the galactic consciousness. 11 is moving your energy back from galaxy to the Earth. 12 is to put it on the right place, and 13 is it's ready. We go to another cycle. Yes. So for them, very basic things are very spiritual, very deep. They control very deep knowledge. So by this knowledge, they calculate prophecies. For example, I will try to find the name. If I find it, okay, the name is Chilambalam, and Chilambalam prophecies, they go to ear. They have also like yes, they go to year 2000, like 2070, 60, and so it's a prophecy. I will try to show you. I'll try to show you some. the prophecies. Okay, 13 Ahau, 2032, 2052. Yes, and is this one 13 Ahau, and as here they calculate this prophecy. Yeah, nobody knows much about the Chilambalam book, but this is from Yucatan. It's from priests of Yucatan and the Mayans, and they've been very, very wise. And they predict what is happening now. There is no money. There is a lot of like darkness going inside the space. Manifestation is between 2012 and 2032. It's actually 2 Ahau prophecy. And if I translate for you this prophecy, which is for this time, they calculate. They say in general, your bread will go to middle, and the house of the gods will also be smaller. Yeah, they will step back from the space a little bit because the people has to find themselves. Yes. There is like a manifestation of effort to find the light in the darkness. It's very interesting. Yes. So they predict this already in 13th century. They predict what is happening now. So it's amazing what they do. Yes, and show you more. If you can speak about calendar, each sign of this 20 signs, it's really like for them like God. So they celebrate every day. They light the candles every day. Yes, and they pray for the sign like the gods. So for today, the sign Noch, it's Earth. It's Earth sign, and it's knowledge. It's about also wisdom. Yes, and it's about to also find. It's about to find the wisdom. About effort to don't lose any time, to lose the way to be a better person, to always find a way to connect with the ground, with the earth, to perceive the cycles of the universe, and to be wise person. Don't thinking that I can do anything here and it's without judgment, without the earth spirits. It's a knowledge of Kaban. It's about to develop knowledge which you perceive there are very long cycles. Yes, you can be part of it. So it's very interesting, and there's also like connection with earthquakes in the sign, because the earth. Yeah. So there's like knowledge which is coming from the ground, from the earth, like earth teach you, which is both also ceremonies, both festivities. Okay, so tomorrow we have sign. I can calculate for you what is tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Pedernal 9, which is Tichash in the Mayan Kiche, and this is the stone. This is the stone they used long time ago for cutting, for chirurgy, black stone, obsidian. Yes. This is the Pedernal. Knife from the stone is the sign. And the gods of this sign, for example, from the obsidian, it's dark gods, but good ones, because they're able to cut bad things away. So they are sharp, but they cut bad things away. So they for this energy they are doing operations. They are healing people because it's good to cut illnesses, good to make some operations, especially in the name when this number 9, when the intention is complete. Yes, energetic complete intention. So they will advise you to do some, for example, operations, yeah, or some healing. Yes, healing with herbs. Take illnesses out, or also go to some fight. If you want to protect yourself and you want to go to court, for example, you go to judgment for something and has something happening, the tikkach is good day for you because you will be strong. Yes. So this is how they move with the calendar. and I can show much more things. Mayans, so for them today, in these days, calendar is the one thing that they live with, and the second thing is their ceremonies. Yes, and they have special ceremonies. They are like festivities. They celebrate everybody, and then they have ceremonies, which they are especially for healing, for advising, for celebrating certain gods in a level of family. And these ceremonies are doing in the level of family. These ceremonies are small, yes, but then they have so big ceremonies. But because they've been Christianized and very hardly, my teacher was saying, his grandfathers, they've been passing the story. When the Spanish came to our home, they kill many people, and they have in one hand Bible, in the second hand sword, and they say, "It's up to you who you choose. Go with us and change your religion, or we will kill you. You can choose." So it was very hard times, of course, and many spiritual beliefs, many spiritual practices. They and healing and many knowledge about stars and anything they had disappeared forever because Diego Landa in 1620, I think, put it in the town in the state Yucatan in Mexico all descriptions of Mayans on the they make huge hill. They used to write on the deer skin special letters, and they record their knowledge, and they burn everything. So such catastrophe was very horrible, and so we lost a lot. Thanks to Christians and the conquistadors. But what to do? we want to be up this problem, and this happened in the history. People learning, fanatics not good for the indigenous people. They destroy many lives, and then we lost a lot of knowledge because they've been connected to very high knowledge, like culture too. So when the scientists start to investigate, there was no descriptions because the Diego Landa he burned everything. They put everything on the hill and just burn it. So, but something they hidden, yes, and something remember. So they do some writings, and also they what to say, also they uh, learning everything by passing from old person to young person. And like this, they save the culture. They save many of culture. So these days they are celebrating. It's like several. I read down for you some ceremonies. They ceremonies. They celebrate everybody, but it was prohibited. Maybe in 80s, 1980. You can notice there was some catastrophe in Guatemala, in Mexico too, because indigenous people they didn't have the right to vote, and they've been very like to say it was very aggressive. Political system was very aggressive towards to them, and they in Guatemala they kill 300,000 people. Yes, you listen well because they think they are partisans. Yeah, so they took army and they just kill. Yeah, and it was the last moment then when the Mayan people been really like and they have to fight in the forests till now they have problems from this war. They many Mayan families disappeared in the jungle because they just run away from the civilization to jungle to survive. So this to see ceremonies in Mayan ceremonies in Mexico, it was quite impossible. And when I was studying first time 2009, I was there. So we came to Mayan priest. We hide the ceremonies. We hide, and he say like several years ago, he could just work in the evening. Nobody knows because they say they are Satanists. Yes, the ceremonies are Satanist, and there was many violence against Mayans. Yeah, many violence. Today is much more better, of course, but till now, last year they burned alive one Mayan priest in Guatemala. They just put petrol on him and they torture him because he was cooperating with some universities, and he was doing ceremony for ancestors in a cemetery. They do normally, as our Slavic culture is normal that we did ceremonies in the cemeteries for ancestors. So they think the Christians, they was thinking they are doing some satanic ceremony, invoking devils or what, and so they took him, they torture him, and they put on him petrol and just burn him alive. And I saw video like he's running and burning. Then he fell down and he was dead. So this is happening till now against my people. Just newspapers don't write it. Yes. So it's problem till now with Catholic Church trying to get over and sweep out the indigenous cultures. So, but it's a new time now, and people are really cooperating now to save old knowledges. Okay, so Mayans, they've been in terror 500 years, so they had to they had to hide their knowledge. Yes, and their knowledge they hide different ways. For example, this is my priest like cover on for the head. You place this on the head and you tie it like this. Yes, and this is how they wear is for the protection and it's a connection with the sky and the gods. And you can see beautiful weaving they have. I'll try to show you. Each location has special symbol. Okay, it's like in Scotland. You go to Scottish, Celt, and you got killed. Yes, which is skirt. And the textile has special patterns. In each village has different pattern. Even like each family has special pattern. Yeah. So here, I don't know in India if you have the same. Yeah, but maybe yes. I'm sure maybe yes. You can see this. This is like two heads eagle. You see it, and you can see on the down on the right side there is rabbit. Then on the middle birds. Yes, but when you see this, so they have different colors. Yes, these two heads, eagle, it's sign of Chichicastenango. Yeah, the village Chichicastenango, it's very, very traditional, very strong community which keeps ceremonies. One of the strongest in Guatemala, even like all Mayan world, is Chichicastenango. Yes, there is more places very alive. The people still keeping their traditions. You can find them, but Mexico is very big problem because there is not much of these communities. On the south, in Chiapas, yes, but they've been very, very Christianized. And if you want to find the pure Mayan shamans, in Mexico is very difficult. Yeah, it's few of them. But in Guatemala, it's more people. They are just Mayan knowledge. Yeah, you have in general three types: Christians, syncretic or sacerdotes, which is Mayan and Christians, and then the Mayans. And the Mayans, the third one, I was study with. So I found them in Guatemala, but I found them in Mexico too. In Mexico, it's normal that everybody are Christians. Yes. So for them, now it's much more easy. You can see this object is very nice. You can see that they really make it the work amazing. Yeah. So this is just cover for the head. Yeah. So they hide their knowledge in wavings. They wave. They wave in different patterns, different clothes. They put their mythology and their knowledge in the wavings, especially women. Yes. So there is about mine lot of course knowledge, and there are like two basics cultures I told you. The South Mayan, which is like Belize, Guatemala, and like North Mayan, which is Mexico, Yucatan, Chiapas also, and Quintana Roo, yes, which is Caribbean coast. And what is very interesting for you, maybe, it's mystery. Yeah, it's mystery. Somewhere between 870 and 900, from the South Empire of Maya, everybody disappeared. They abandoned the cities in 30 years. And is anybody here or not? I don't see the pictures. I don't know if it's interesting for you.
Yeah, we are all there. Don't worry. Go ahead.
You are there? Okay. Okay.
We all are there. We all are there. Don't worry.
You are all there. Because I see that there is some pictures and I don't see the faces. So they were saying maybe I'm talking too much. Yes. Okay, but maybe you are doing something. Okay, it's okay. Maybe if you have some questions, you can give me questions, because there in my culture it's many topics. Yes. And we can talk about plants. We can talk about their gods. The specifics of my calendar, the sites. But this is mystery I want to tell you. It's very interesting. 900 after Christ, from the south part of the Mayan Empire, everybody disappeared, and they abandoned the cities. And we don't know what was there. But also, it happens in the Northern Mayan Empire. There remains just normal people, but these people they lived till 12th century, when became Toltecs, and Toltecs with a huge army, which was led by Quetzalcoatl, Seacatl Quetzalcoatl. They won the fight against very small Mayans, because they are very small. But Toltecs very high persons, and then they the same like Christians did after. They did the same, like they colonized Mayan Empire, the Toltecs, yeah, from 12th century. So this is why you find in Yucatan names like Chichen Itza, Chichen Itza. It's a Toltec name, Aztec name. This is the Mayan. But it's because they conquer Mayans in 12th century, 13th century, 12th, 13, somewhere between. And this is quite common historical moment. So they merge Toltec culture and Mayan culture. So you can find Mayan and Toltec names like next to in one place. The one place has called Chichicastenango, Momostenango. But this is Toltec name. This is not Maya. Yeah. Today, yes, but before it was Toltec. So as you know, that for example, Chichen Itza, the beautiful pyramid, which is known like a cosmic calendar. I'm trying to find it for you. And some great things. Chichen Itza is actually Toltec pyramid. It was Mayan, but they built it again. Yes. But this is still like normal. This has happened. They changed a little bit of culture, the spirituality. But what is very very mystery is how they disappeared in 9th century. because when I was in Mexico now, I was visiting and I was doing contact with the Mayan royal family, Total Shu, because I knew before he died, before he passed to the sky, I knew Mayan king, which was connected to Mexican president, and also he knew personally British Queen, and this person, he was descendant of royal family from pyramids Uxmal and location Uxmal, which is Yucatan, down to Merida city. And this man already passed. It was very big person. He was teaching in Harvard Mayan languages. He was writing books. Actually, I'm working on translation of this book he wrote, which is about try to show you. It's very interesting. La ciencia y el arte curativo de los mayas. Yeah, this is about how they cure the Mayan people. I'll try to make not much reflection. Yes, this is how they cure. Yes, then he writes. I don't know if this we find. So this man, he wrote so many books. Antonio Carlos Xiu Sachon. Yes, this is about little spirits from the nature. He wrote because they believe in Auches. This is the pyramid of Uxmal. Yes, which belonged to his family a long time ago. And then you see his name, Gaspar Antonio Xiu Sachon. If you see the letter Xiu, this is very interesting. Also, this phenomena, because there is okay. This is about spirits from the corn, or from the nature spirits, like little devas. Yes, I don't know if you have no Sanskrit name for the beings like this. Maybe devas, maybe. Because the name Xiu you can find in China. This is very interesting. There is many of history we don't know. And they found some very big connection between old Chinese science and Mayan science. So Mayans had to be somehow connected, even maybe like with India, yeah, with the civilization which is from Asia, ancient Asia. There is possibility that some part of ancient civilization from Asia came to America, settled down, and they mixed knowledges together. Okay. And the book which is talking about this, it's Mayan Book of Death. I have, yes. There is analysis of the Chinese and Mayan science, and there is like proofs. It's completely almost the same. And so nobody knows much this, but the name Xiu, come on, you can find in China. Yes, but I don't want to tell them. They know the Mayans, the total Xiu. Yeah, they use the Mayan, or they use a normal alphabet. Yes, so that there can be some connection, but by science, yes, there is this. It's proof scientifically. So Chinese, Asian nations for sure came, concrete 100% came to Asia. Yeah, there are proofs also from Egypt, Sumer tradition. Appears in America too, and they merge some knowledge. You can find these proofs in pyramids, which has name Palenque in Chiapas. Okay, and like royal palace court, you find persons which are from Africa and are from Egypt culture. So we have many informations. This is like this is copy of original writing from the stone, which they found, and there was the Mayan calendar written, yes, from some pyramids. There you can see complete hab. Yes, this is complete hab, and their atlas, like from the Greek mythology, which is this person who is carrying the time. He's carrying the time of the gods, yeah, and the gods in the sign of the gods. It's Ahau. This is the sign. This is like 10th sign, in Chalkic system calendar, and this is the sign of the gods of the Brahma in India. Maybe you can call it Brahma. Yes, and this calendar is the 19 signs calendar for regular Earth space level time. Yeah. Okay. And if you want to see, this is copy of descriptions from the deer skin. They write in this way a long time ago. Okay. You can see descriptions. Maybe they can see them some numbers over there too. But they measure time. They're measuring time. It's in some cycles, and there was like 2012 that everybody was saying there is going to be catastrophe. The end is ending. The world is ending. This is going to be finished. And somebody make joke. The Mayans just doesn't have more limestone to write more signs on the limestone, so people think this it's end, and it's exactly like this. It's just passing to another time level, and so the time is endless. Time level. There is no beginning. There is no end. Maybe, maybe some beginning. Yes. Who knows? Oops. Sorry, there's some sound came. I don't know why. Some music. Okay, so what I want to say, these people, they the my royal families, my royal families, they told me, can I take some music from some player? I'm sorry. My royal families told me that there is proofs, and they show me some sculptures. They've been really presented. They've been presented some. They've been presented some. They came some civilizations from the stars, and they teach them many things. They merge together with them, and then in 9th century they left to the stars back. They returned back to the stars, and they just left the Mayan Empire, and like this, and then they didn't come back. Yeah? They stayed in the stars. So maybe there is some proof, because if you go to Japan, you go to any culture, you find these proofs. In your Hindu culture, in our descriptions, you can find, for example, Vimanika Shastra, like very old texts where you can find descriptions of flying objects. Then you see some wars between gods, and they shoot some like nuclear weapons almost. Yes, and then you find some proofs that there was something happening in the history. Maybe some really very developed civilization was here, and then they left. And so in Mayan civilization, you can find proofs about this, that this is possible, very possible, and so it's very fantastic. Yeah. So, but this is not proved scientifically. Yes, okay, we can say it's 100% sure, but there are proofs it maybe happens. Yeah, because myself, I found some petroglyphs of the beings with long skulls. I found it by myself. Yes, in a pyramids. So possibly pyramids was a place between God's world, and it was the place connection between the worlds of the gods and the world on the earth, like the regular people. And when they disappeared, this Mayan civilization falling down. When came Toltec culture, they don't have long heads. The Toltec culture, they have normal, like I have, rounded head. Everybody they have rounded heads. You can find it. You can find it immediately in their like petroglyphs or stelas. Stela, it's like the altar which was curved. I can show you some stela, maybe. I'm trying to find some for you. You can find that they had really long heads, and especially the nobles, yes. And so there are some proofs. It's very interesting, and but the other civilizations already doesn't have this. Yeah, so just the old ones. Okay, so this is the 900 year and disappearing of South civilization phenomena, which is very like scientific phenomena. They say because they built a huge city, they built huge civilization, they lost resources, they destroyed the nature, they made ecology catastrophe. Something similar like is happening to us today. Yeah, we are too much. We are overwhelming the nature and destroying everything. So it's maybe they went the same level and they simply destroy the ecological system. They've been without water and food, so they start fighting. They get some illnesses maybe, and they had to leave these huge cities. They are hidden in the jungle. The jungle is full of pyramids. Yeah, Palenque, you can find 25 pyramids uncovered, but there is around 1,000 pyramids hidden in the jungle. Yes, around the Palenque. It's amazing. Yeah, so it's really like a huge civilization which disappeared, and it's mystery. Yeah, and Mayans, because they didn't found the skeletons. They didn't find the graves. It just disappeared. It's really interesting. Yes. So Mayan believes they went to Shambhala. Yes, they passed through space time. Their ancestors passed to another dimensional level, and they just disappeared there. Yeah, so you can find their skeletons, their graves, nothing, zero. Interesting, right? Just the kings, in their like in the pyramids, for example, in Palenque, King Pakal, which is very famous grave. Nobody knows till now exactly the meanings of the writings. Yes. On the grave of Pakal. Okay, this is the pyramid of Chichen Itza. This is very famous pyramid. I was talking for you in Yucatan, and you can see here on the stairs there is like head of the snake, and there is shapes and sun. And as is sun moving, yeah, from to sunset, this is the sunset place. You see these shapes moving. It looks like the snake is going up and down. Yeah. When the sun is going down, the snake is going up. And when it's the morning, from the other side, you can see the snake is going down. And this is exactly made for spring equinox celebration. And they celebrate fertility of the earth and like to putting the life on the earth, yeah, to make corn and harvest. But this pyramid is Toltec. Yes, you can see that there is different, little bit different shape. This is already built by Toltec, Maya Toltec. This is the grave. This is grave of Pakal. There was many speculations what it is about. Somebody say this is Erich von Däniken. He say this is like cosmonaut sitting in a rocket flying on some machine to the universe, and it's really interesting. It looks like rocket. Yes, but for Mayans it's different. For Mayans, this is tree of the life. Yeah, there is many secret about this writing. We'll try to explain more. This is waters which goes to the Xibalba underground. There are 9 underground gods, underground levels. Yeah, the skies are 13 levels of the skies. Yes, so this water's consciousness going to the underground. This is the Shibalba gods, Shibalba god sign, which is like skull. This is the king, Pakalvotan. Yes. Then you see from his nose going little like a bubble. This is his last breath, which is going out. And this is cross. If you see Christians, they use cross. The Mayans use cross 5,000 years ago. Yeah. So the cross is really like old sign, but their cross is different. It's made with different details, which each one has some meaning. I don't know everything about this, but what is very interesting is being which is sitting up the cross. Do you see it? I'm trying to show you. This being which is up the cross is very, very interesting. This being has name Moan. Yes. And this Moan is waiting for the spirits. You can see this like small being going up to the Moan. Yes. And there's also being here on his tail. There is little like sun's face watching. And this is bird which helping for reincarnation. Yes, it was written in Dresden Codex. We have 4 codexes for writings saved from the burning. Maybe somebody put it on a pocket, and they found it in universities and in museums. One of the museums they found these writings was Dresden. One of them was Paris. In Paris, they found the codex in a bucket for the trash. Somebody not understands what is this about, and just throw it to the trash. Some scientist found it in the trash in Paris, just from the bin, the trash, and say, "What is this? Who throw it in the trash?" And they start to study, and they found this original Mayan writing. It's very funny. We lost so much information. But when we study Dresden, Paris Codex, and Madrid Codex, we reconstruct there's reconstruction of reincarnation, and they have very strong ritual, very like very self-sacrifice ritual when they cut penis and cut the tongue, and they throw a rope through the penis or through the tongue, and they drag the spirit down to the body. Yeah? And they've been doing rituals to locate the person, elder who died, and go to the sky, go to the Chak moon, Chak world, which is Chak is god of the sky, god of the rain. Yeah, for them most important. So the spirits which goes to the Chak, they do ceremony for the bird Moan, and the Moan take the spirit back to the new body, to woman belly which is pregnant. The spirit which is going from the old body reborn to the new body. So like this, they keep the family together for 100 years, and this procedure was written in this codex. Yeah, so they've been doing very strong ceremonies for this. Yeah, but this is history. But you're right, you can find this parts of the mythology in these writings, and it's very difficult to understand. Yes, because the meanings, if you don't read special analysis, you don't know what it is about. There are designs very specific for Mayan culture. Okay, so I don't know, now it's quite late. I passed through the time. I think I'm talking 1 hour. If you want to give me some questions, I'm ready, because there's so much I can talk days about Mayan culture. There is no limits.
Okay, anybody having
If you have something
question,
which is
please,
interesting for you,
you can
if you
ask
want to ask
the
about
questions.
calendar,
माथुर
you
जी
want to
पूछ
ask
सकते हैं ना?
about,
A question raised
हाँ,
by
जरूर पूछ
Anand
सकते
Kumar
हैं।
ji.
how it is today.
Anand Bhardwaj ji, please ask your question.
आनंद भाजी आप अनम्यूट करिए और क्वेश्चन पूछ लीजिए, इंग्लिश में पूछ लीजिए.
Namaskar to all of you, sir.
Question, okay.
Uh,
So
you are the
did you meet
native.
Mayan civilization? Did you meet? Surendra told me that you met Mayan shamans at India, right?
That's right. They were from
Surendra ji?
Guatemala. Elizabeth is her
Okay,
name. Her
there is no
husband
reaction
was a
again.
religious leader.
So
Yes.
okay, is there Mr. Surendra?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there, very much.
He is
there.
not there.
So,
Okay.
no, I'm very much here. I'm here. Now, there's a question coming from Mr. Anand Bharadwaj. Janak,
Okay,
can you listen
so
to Mr.
Maybe I
Anand
finish my
Bharadwaj?
lecture with the last explanation. For Mayan priest today, Mayan civilization today, if you want to see alive Mayan culture, you have to go to Guatemala. Yes, like the original one. I recommend go to Guatemala, or you have to search some communities in Chiapas in South Mexico. In northern Mexico, you find just healers and people. They are trying to renovate the culture and maybe do it without like Christian teachings, which really doesn't go together. It's different. It's Asia, like Iran teaching Christianity. Maya is America. It's different. I have to say. It's different continent, different culture, yes, but it's still about God. It's the same principles also, no? It's still somehow similar and somehow not. Today it's time when sometimes even like religions goes together, but for Mayans today, the church is very strong, but people are normal Christians in America, more than Europa. And what they do in Yucatan, they are trying to renew the Mayan culture, but there is like problem with children also, who passed, there is not much people they want to receive the level of priests. Yeah, there is not much people they want to receive level of shamans, because people want to live modern life. Yeah, and the old connections as people have with nature and the sky, the star and energy of the stars, it's lost. It's the people are using just little parts of it. Yes, but I can say you can find complete full strong Mayan civilization. Not, yes, there are people that are trying to and they are living what they have. Yes, so in Mexico, Yucatan, you can find some people, they do it in some families. It's more likable families because there's many Christians and they don't like all the Mayan spirituality. They say it's shame. There are more Christians with like Mayan clothes. Yeah, but in South, in Guatemala, you can still find people. They are pure Mayans. They are proud of it. They don't want to be recognized like Christians, and so they are trying to keep the spirituality in like all waves. So this is very interesting. Yeah? And so they're doing many ceremonies for corn, for planting corn, for ancestors. They're doing during the year some very big celebrations and dances too. So okay, for me now, maybe I don't know. There is no much questions. What do you think, Surendra?
No, there are questions. There are questions. So first question is from Anand.
Yes, namaskar. Anand Bharadwaj from Delhi.
University is doing research on Maya. पूछिए.
Okay.
Yes, I want to know. Yes, I want to know. You are the natives of Guatemala or Mexico. or modern day USA. It means you belongs to original inhabitants of that area. So can you tell us how many persons are
चलो बस
in
यार
USA or Mexico who recognize
वैसे खत्म
themselves
होने
as
लगा
a
एक सवाल
native?
पूछना उससे
Hello?
Oh, I don't understand. You know, I have to
Can you hear
apologize.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your question is how many Indians? So if you Guatemalan Indian,
How many natives in the Mexico, modern day USA, who recognize themselves as a natives of the modern day USA or Mexico, who belongs to Mayan civilizations?
okay. So if I repeat the question, I need to understand well. So if modern Indians also call themselves natives in Guatemala, for example.
And you are the natives of that land.
Yeah.
Guatemala or Mexico, you are the natives of that land. So how many persons at present time who belongs to Mayan civilizations or Inca or Aztec civilization?
Yeah.
What is the population of modern day population of Mayans followers who follow them Mayans or Inca civilization?
Yeah, understand question. Okay. I can't tell you exact numbers. I can tell you exact numbers because I think it's not so good situation because they are losing the language. It's there was time they've been losing language, and also because the modern civilization came, like mobile phones, t-shirts, cars. The young people get attracted to it. Yeah, of course, everybody want to have mobile phone. Yeah, have computer, and then they are losing the knowledge how to cultivate the corn, how to do like living in the farm, which they always did. So the numbers of the followers of the old Mayan waves fell really down in certain moments, but I think last decades, because the problems and because the COVID also, like problems like this, they noticed it's not all, and maybe they already like how to say, they enjoyed already the products of the modern civilization, and it's coming back. But I'm not sure if they'll save it in the same level like the Mayans lived before, because you have to go to nature and pyramids and live completely different style of life. And they had a huge community. So today, they are followers of Mayan teachings. They are, but there is few. Yeah, and the shamans, unique. Yeah, some people they like to study. They study the calendar. They study the basis of the Mayan culture. They are they call them like mestizo. Mestizo is a person who is a mixture between Spanish and Mayan. So this is like this. Yeah. So that is not like the Mayan locality. Everybody do Mayan ceremonies. Oh, forget it. It was around the Christianization. There was like killing. That they say if you dance, they cut your hand, they cut your legs. If it was before like 19th century, it was like this. If you dance secret dance, they cut your legs. If you sing, they cut your tongue. And if you study and spreading texts with secret writings, they just burn your eyes. Yeah. So they hide the Mayan spirituality. Even it's from surviving. It was hidden, and because it was hidden, it couldn't become like a national main spiritual teaching. Yeah. So now it's like people are trying to save it because young people are more attracted to modern civilization than these old teachings. So this is like little crisis they have, of course, and it's in Yucatan and Mexico is happening so much. Yeah. So now there's like last generation of shamans. They are connected to the roots, like original roots. And there is many like esoteric people which are learning from the books, and they know a little bit, but the original form is original form. So it's
Hello?
in nature a bit, yeah.
Is it possible
Okay,
to
now-
ask a question as I have to leave for some other engagement?
Okay.
My question
I
is,
think Dr. Shailen,
तो
आप
my,
नहीं बोल रहे
my
हैं, बताएं।
question
तो
is,
आनंद कुमार जी सवाल पूछ रहे हैं भाई साहब पहले।
अच्छा अच्छा
ये-
ठीक है, बोलिए बोलिए।
Yes, sir, पूछिए।
my question is, in which universities a serious research work is going on Mayan culture? And are you having a contact of professors who are leading the research so that, we can get more insights into the research done, the latest research done?
Well, I know some people from Mayan family. I'm connected with person who is Mayan priest.
Okay.
Yes. This-
No, but for me, priest is not important. He should be a scholar. So is he having,
Scholar. Yeah.
so is he having the scholastic, insights into Mayan culture?
Yeah. Okay. So you mean somebody from university? Who is,
Yeah, somebody, yes, a serious researcher, not a priest. Priest may be biased, absolutely. So I want to have an objective account of Mayan culture who has done unbiased, studies of Mayan culture. And priest, I doubt, about their objectivity.
Yeah. It's. I understand you. It depends. It depends on which locality. Some localities are very educated people in the priest, and then also there is some little distance between people they are in university and people they are in practice. Yeah.
Right.
There is a research of course research there is for example there is Institute of Mayan Languages. I might find for you some connections. If you want, I can search for you a little bit and find for you somebody.
Yeah, okay. I'll be grateful. Can I leave my email contact so that you can
Yeah.
send me that information?
Yes. And
Is that possible? Is that possible?
I can ask.
Okay. So I'm leaving my in the chat box. I'm leaving my email contact. So if it's possible, please connect me to the serious researchers.
Okay, no problem. So,
Okay.
some professor, I try to find, and you need English speaking.
Yeah, English
Speaking person, because the professors from Mayan language society, they are trying to save languages. For example, there are some of them are priests. So this is the best example for you that the priest with a professor of languages might be good, but because the priests are very very highly have to say educated.
Yeah.
But these ones, I don't know if they will speak English, and so maybe somebody from university from Guatemala, it will speak English. So I can ask, I can do like quick research, and I'm trying to ask because I don't know personally now like anybody from university, but I can ask my friend, my friend priest, will find some interesting professor. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you. I have sent a direct message to your mail. Should I, is it visible to you, or I should write in,
Okay. If you send it to email, which we
No,
community.
No, I don't have your email. I have just sent a direct message, or I can. Okay, you can see it. I can see. Send to everyone.
In the chats.
Yeah. Are you getting my this thing email?
Yeah, I can see it. Anand.
That's
Sharma. See.
That's
yes?
right. Yeah,
that's
at
right.
gmail.com.
Okay.
That's
I'm going to copy that one, and I'm trying to help you to find this person. Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Perfect. Okay, you're welcome.
Appreciate very
Okay,
much.
I request Dr. Shailendra ji to ask the question, please.
Thank you,
Shailendra ji.
Mahaprabhuji, and thank you, Janak, for your very good presentation.
Uh-huh.
We heard your presentation very patiently. I have a few small questions. One is that this land of the earth is, this part of the earth is, had seen horrendous devastation of culture and civilization by Christians. So is there any move among people, or are they thinking in that line that they should quit Christianity because they have devastated them? And the second thing is that you started your lecture with the word Maya, and Maya is not your word. It's a, I mean, distorted form of something. And even Brazil and even Mexico, all these words are Spanish origins. So why don't you propagate your own words? I have seen one word chango in Chile, and that is also a derogatory word for the indigenous people. So I think culture and language are intertwined, very closely related. So unless you save your language, propagate your language, and I'm very happy that Mr. Anand raised this question of collaboration in terms of research. So this country, India, will help you in reviving your culture, language, and civilization as well. Because I have heard that 1,000 Sanskrit words are still prevalent in your part of land. 1,000 Sanskrit words. So it's a huge number. So
Yeah.
India will be very happy to help you. So these are my comments and questions. Thank you.
Okay. So
Okay.
Hmm?
All right. So now
Yeah. Or go ahead.
more.
Desi Angrezi
There
word.
was one more. Mr. Sinha was there. I don't know. I can't see him now. Mr. Sinha had raised a question. Are you there? Okay. Anyone else? Then we
Raj
close.
Kishore ji,
Otherwise we
Raj
close.
Kishore ji want to ask question. Raj Kishore ji, please ask question.
okay, can I ask?
Yeah.
There was some this colleague. He was asking question to me. Was it question for me, or I didn't understand everything very well? Sometimes jump the signal. So Surendra, can you help me now? We continue somewhere else, or the person, your colleague who was speaking now, should I answer some question?
Yeah, please. I wanted to know what is your plan for revival of your own languages and culture?
For our Slavic one.
People quitting or leaving Christianity.
Yeah. It's
They are your worst enemies.
It's really hard. You know, in this place, I have to say, in our country, we've been Christianized 1,000 years ago. Yes, more or less. And it was still going and going. It was still going and going. And now, when I came back from American Indians, yes, I found that we have no traditions here, which are our original traditions. It's catastrophic, and everybody study American shamanism. They study traditions which are abroad, but they completely forget their own traditions. Yeah, so I found that for people it's more attractive to do ayahuasca ceremonies, to do American shamanism and Siberian shamanism, and also yoga, which is perfect. Yes, but nobody cares what's up with our roots. Where are our cultural heritage? Yeah. So I say, okay, if the Mayans are so powerful, they have so much knowledge, even like you in India, so much knowledge and traditions here you have in your country, we should do something in our country too. Yes. So what is happening now? There is many people. I was spreading. I was working with media, televisions, documentaries. I was doing every year many ceremonies for people, which I learned so much work. and so more people join this movement. Yes, and so we restore some shape of spiritual culture and cultural language. We are okay with language. Yeah, we have Czech language, which is connected to our old language, and I think that there is no necessity to change language. Even it's a little bit made for Bible, but it's still Slavic. Yeah, it's still Slavic language, so it's more or less okay for me. And the problem is the culture and spirituality. Yeah, because people just lost connections with our ancestor tradition, and so we had to renew. So today we are going through the COVID time. Yes, there is so much pressure on the people that it's impossible to travel. So there is not so much ayahuasca ceremonies anymore. Yeah, there is not so much like COVID, Bufolvarios, I don't know. Many shamans couldn't come because of COVID. And it's good for something because people starting turning home and they starting searching their own roots because they can go to forest, they can go to check the nature, but there was lockdown. So in general, there are people like me who are trying to restore like the native culture, and but there is not so many in Czech Republic. The groups are not communicating together just a little bit. There is not so much unity, and people are they have interest just like personally, yeah, about they feel Slavic or they feel Celtic, but there is not such a huge organization like you have, for example, maybe in India. There is like a huge movement of cultural like celebrations. It's a work of few people. I am of them. I'm the little person. I want to say with humility and modesty that I was working 15 years. That it goes. People don't forget about the teachings, and I have to be honest. We've probably been successful, but there is so much work like in front of us, and people has to start doing the culture. If they don't, it will disappear, because myself I can handle 20-30 years more, but I'm already tired. I'm working in many levels by myself. I made many companies, societies and foundations, and so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, sleeping, and so it's going. Yes. So we are making international festival, and there is many people now coming. Yeah, I was inviting you too, but you have the quarantine now, which is very sad. But I am now on the end of registration of Slavic spirituality. It is my work, actually. I have to be honest. It was my hard work, because I recognize that it's very important to save our roots and register our spirituality like state heritage, state cultural heritage. So I succeed with Minister of Culture, and I'm on the end of registration, and then we have official spiritual society, Slavic, Slavic spiritual society, which will protect also and keep and passing forward to next generations our knowledge. Yeah, so my goal, my work was now last 5 years. I was working on this lot. It took me 5 years to put documents together, and we are now finishing this. And I'm happy because it was so much work. I want to give it to people and don't carry on my shoulders more, because it's a lot of weight. And then it's nice. Then it's going very nice because everybody can do it, and it's for everybody. So it will be safe. Even like maybe people, they want to be American shamans, they want to be yogis from India, they want to be Tibetan Buddhist monks, they want to be capoeira fighters from Brazil, or they like Santeria from Cuba. they are now starting to, and because the children too, yeah, because children doesn't have like yeah, children doesn't have like united cultural program for teaching in Czech Republic. Our school system is collapsing. So, and I'm registering every week. I have one school more where I will teach our native culture because nobody know it. It's catastrophic. Yes. Because Christianity finished and the Christians, they keep some culture, but no, what's up now? So because the children, we are now, I'm working with many schools and I want to focus on children now. To help children because they don't have roots. Where is our culture? So I'm transforming the Slavic teaching, Slavic mystic teaching, mythology and Slavic magic, working with ceremonial energetic work. I'm transforming to the little games for children. Yeah? They can touch sacred calendar and they can see the points of our ancestral culture, which was core of the ceremonies. Yeah? But they will touch just softly on the principles. We have around 90 magic ceremonies during the year. So I made special program for children too. They can learn through the little games, little touch of the like art, paintings, dances, songs. They can touch in the nature on the principles, which our ancestors used for the ceremonies. So this I'm working with school managers and like directors of the schools, and trying to put it to the like official education for children. It's very important. We are losing roots in Czech Republic, and it's a problem. Yeah, but it's going well.
Okay, Janak, thank you very much for the wonderful lecture. And people have thoroughly enjoyed your lecture. Very educative. Not many people know about the Mayan culture. We are very grateful to you. I think we can close now. And thank you
Yes.
very much from all of us. And maybe we'll invite you on the Slavic spirituality.
Okay.
So thank you, everybody. I think there is another surprise for you, all of you. Next week on Saturday's time, we are going to have actor from Rome or revive ancient culture of before Christianity. So that is our guest lecturer will be from Rome. Please join us. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Okay. Namaste. Have a very nice day. And or night. I think you have night right now. It's quite late.
Namaste.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So have a nice
Okay,
sleep,
Janak.
have a nice night, and we
Okay,
are
and
in contact.
okay. Keep in touch.
Keep in touch. Thank you. Bye. Namaste.